Hey, thank you for joining my practice. We're going to start seated on the mat, bringing awareness to the breath. So wherever you find yourself, either in lotus pose or on your knees, maybe bowed forward, even finding a child's pose. We're going to begin just bringing awareness to the breath, inhaling deeply, and then letting it go. Inhaling deeply, slow yourself down, and then letting it go, slowing the restriction of the breath as it eases out of your body, settling yourself in a tempo of gentle energy. If you came to the mat and you're a little bit stressed out, just wanting to get through a practice really fast, this is your time to just calm the nerves. Just suck in a breath slowly. Pause at the top of that inhale. Then exhale it out slowly. And inhale halfway. Hold for a moment. Inhale the rest of the way. Expand the belly. And then exhale it all out slowly. We're going to do that again. Inhale into the chest halfway. Hold for a moment. Inhale into the belly. Hold for a moment. And then exhale it all out slowly. One big inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Broaden the chest. And exhale through the mouth. We're going to open up the chest again. So inhale through the nose. Open the heart wide. Reach up. Look to the ceiling. Palms come back down. Exhale into the lap. Curl the chin down. Inhale through the nose, reaching up, tilting the chin to the sky. Filling the belly, and then exhale, drop it back down to the lap with your hands. Exhale it all out. Inhale through the nose, we reach the hands up to the sky, looking up, bending back gently, and exhale through the mouth. Hands come back to the lap. Sitting here, just inhale deeply into the chest. Inhale, exhale it all out. Inhale deep into the belly. Exhale it all out. Inhale deep into the chest. Exhale it out. Inhale deep into the belly. Exhale it all out. Steady breath. Allow it to find its natural rhythm. recognizing the ebb and flow of that peaceful energy into the intense. Feeling that rhythm change in your body as the breath controls that rhythm. And allowing yourself to find a natural state of equilibrium. As your mind stills, the breath is uncontrolled. Amazing. We're going to interlock the fingers, point the palms out in front of us, broaden the shoulder blades, shoulders out of the neck, head reaching tall. Inhale here, press the rib cage down, expand upward. Exhale, palms press out, curling the shoulder blades forward, the chin tucks down. Inhale, the palms come to the chest, chin raises. Exhale, we go a little bit higher with those palms, reaching a little bit higher to the sky. Push them out. Chin drops. We curl forward. Inhale, the palms come back to the head. Chin looks up. Exhale, goes further up in front of us towards the sky. Still at angle, not all the way straight. Inhale, we bring them back to the top of the head. Inhale, expand that chest, bring the rib cages down. Spread wide, and exhale, the palms go up to the sky. Inhale, we release the hands. We reach over to the left side, left palm plants. We expand into that right side of the ribs. Reaching tall. Exhale, we flip the sides, right hand plants, left hand comes up and over, expanding into the left side ribs. Switching sides again, left hand plants, right hand comes up and over, we reach in over, expand into the right side ribs. Exhale, right hand plants, we swing over with that left hand, expand into those left side ribs. Exhale, we find center. Breathe deep into the belly, reaching high up to the sky with our hands. Exhale, we open up into cactus arms. We look up to the sky as we feel those shoulder blades going down the back. Feel that natural movement. Inhale, we reach up to the sky. Exhale, palms plant to our sides. Look up with the chin as they plant. All the way further back, as far back as you can go, and then exhale, we reach the head down, we gaze down, we lift, drop the chin down, curl over as is comfortable. Inhale, we reach the chest up, we broaden the shoulders, we reach our hands to the sky, we're gazing up towards the sky, fingers touch above us, we slight bend back. Chin reaches higher, and exhale, palms come in prayer into the chest. Inhale here for a breath. Exhale it out. Let's move our way into a tabletop position. Maybe extending the legs and shaking them out a little bit depending on how you were sitting. Moving the blood around. Opening up the stiff joints. Lubricating those joints with just movement, gentle movement into those legs. Maybe rocking back and forth into the wrists as well. Warming up the upper body a little bit. Finding a balance between the low body and the upper body, just rocking back and forth, maybe swaying side to side. Doing micro circles around the wrists as we extend the legs back, straight, knees come up off the mat, one at a time. And then we switch those legs, we're pressing back with that heel and we're rocking forward and back on those wrists. Maybe micro circles over those wrists. This is all a moment of you exploring those joints, exploring those delicate parts of your body. Some joints are more delicate than others, so just be aware. When they haven't had a lot of tension on them, it's good to just go easy in the beginning. Just bring awareness of how it feels to put a little pressure in those areas, such as the wrists. Maybe flipping the palms back, having the fingers face to the back of the mat, and extending to those wrists, going that way, back and forth with the rock, extending those forearms down, pushing into the back of the palm, pressing into those fingertips, seeing that movement all up along the forearms, still switching the legs side to side, seeing how that feels in the lower body. Rocking back and forth, maybe doing little micro circles around the wrists. Feel comfortable moving the fingers wherever you like, in whatever direction, facing to the sides, facing back, facing forward. Notice where it's tight. Notice where you're feeling a little soreness. Move into that area and see how it feels. If it's starting to pinch, if it's starting to hurt, move off of it. Find a different angle. Maybe do less pressure. Maybe you need to press more into the fingertips and less into the palms. Maybe you need to press more into the knuckles, aiding in the wrist. Alright, we're going to sit back on our heels, reach the hands up to the sky with a big inhale. Exhale, we plant the hands in front of us. We're in tabletop position. We rock forward and back a couple more times. Maybe tucking those toes underneath, getting ready to raise up. Alright, coming to a natural tabletop. We're going to lift the knees off the ground. We end up in a plank pose. We hold here. Remember the shoulder blades down the back. See how that feels. Shoulder blades go down the back, shoulders broaden. We tuck that core in. And we pull those thighs down the legs and we lift those legs high. Breathe here for a moment. We're going to drop the right knee down. We're going to open up to the left side. Left arm raises to the sky. This is an assisted side plank pose. Really, in this assisted side plank pose, you really want to find those hips just squaring off to that side of the mat. Find a nice long line through that bottom heel. Maybe the left arm goes up and shoots forward towards the front of the mat instead of reaching straight up to the sky. Recognizing where that angle is, feel it out. How does it feel? Do you feel long and strong, or are you feeble and falling apart? Find the balance, find the weak spot, and then aid it with another part of the body. Maybe that's the right knee giving you a little bit more balance. Maybe it's pressure in that left foot as it plants completely. Maybe it's gazing up towards the sky as the head stretches long. Maybe it's checking in with those hips to make sure they're squared off, so you're not leaning to one side or the other, but you're long and strong. Breathe deep, left hand plants, right leg goes shooting back, meets the left. We're in plank pose. Hold here for a breath. We're strengthening that core. We're feeling those shoulder blades go down the back. We're opening up the chest. We're exposing the neck. We're pressing into those fingertips. We're pressing into those finger pads, those knuckle pads. We're going to drop the left knee down. We're going to plant that right heel, and we open up the right hand to the sky. Side plank assisted on the left side. Breathing deep, you're still keeping that steady balance between calm and excited. The body's working, but you're remaining calm. Extend long, maybe even reaching that right arm all the way towards that front of the mat, your nice long line. Or if you need that balance, keep the right arm towards the sky. If you're feeling steady, maybe tilt the chin a little bit towards the sky as well. Extending, remember not to close off the neck just to get the twist, but extend first and allow the twist to naturally come. One more big deep breath here. Exhale, right arm sweeps down, plants next to the left hand. Left leg comes up, meets the right leg. We stay in a plank for a moment. Hold that breath. If the wrists are hurting, drop to the knees. Drop to the knees. Inhale here, one last breath, and we exhale. Very slowly, we're lowering down all the way to the belly. Inhale, we're in low cobra. Gentle back bend. Still remember those shoulder blades down the back. Expose the neck. Raise the chin. Gaze forward, not up. Press into those palms. Press into those knees. We drift back. Child's pose for a moment. Breathe deep. Exhale, we sit up and we're on the heels reaching up towards the sky. With that inhale, we drift back a little bit, exposing ourselves to the heavens. And exhale, we bring our palms down into prayer. Breathe deep here for a breath, and then exhale, coming back to that stillness. See how it feels to have gone through the movements, to find some excitement, and then coming back to a calmness. We're not going to go too far in either direction, but find a balance between excitement and calm. Extend up toward the sky. We breathe deep into the belly. Rib cage goes down, and exhale, the arms sweep down in front of us. They crawl out forward. We lift the knees. We plant the toes. We're up in plank. Drop the knees if the wrists are hurting. If not, stay in the pose and feel the heat. Feel the strength. Alright, hips come up and back as we exhale. We're coming into our first downward facing dog. Rock out those hips, rock out those feet. Swaying the hips side to side. We're going deeper into the legs now, so see how those micro movements feel. What is your body asking you to do? How does it feel going deeper into the stretch of the hamstrings? Exposing more of the leg muscle to the unknown. Allowing yourself to breathe into those places. Maybe your hips are tight. Maybe you need to sway those side to side. See what that feels like. If the palms are hurting, check in, or the wrists are hurting, check in with those. Lift the hips back deeply. Then we're going to roll forward like a wave on the exhale, and we're in plank for an inhale. Exhale, hips go back, upward, downward facing again. Extend deeply with that inhale, hips reach up towards the sky. And then we rock forward like a wave. On the exhale, we're in that plank pose. Inhale here deeply. Check in with the shoulders. Make sure they're going down the back, exposing that neck. Broad shoulders. And exhale. Hips go back and up, downward facing dog. Breathing deeply. Exhale it all out. Awesome. Inhale, left leg goes up towards the sky. It's reaching long. The heels pressing up higher and stretching longer. You're still pressing into those fingertips, extending through the fingertips and that left leg up towards the sky. As if you just reversed that side plank, but in a downward facing dog. Alright, inhale one last time, and exhale, we shoot that left leg through, planted in between the palms, and we're coming up either low lunge or high lunge, whatever you prefer. We reach up to the sky with our hands. We find those squared off hips, and we reach high. Make sure you're checking in with that right hip, that right front hip specifically, so it's all opened up. There's no kinking, there's no pinching pain. Maybe if there is, you need to raise yourself up a little, adjust that right heel, and drop it a little bit lower. Maybe coming forward with those hips and then dropping lower. Just move those hips around. You don't want to go too far to the right or to the left. But just checking in with that front hip and seeing how it feels. To extend it, to open it up. But don't forget to reach up to the sky. Breathe deep into your lungs. Exhale, we're going to drop the hands. They plant. Framing that left foot. And we're going to bring that right heel in. We're going to come into a warrior foot on that back right leg. And we're going to extend back up. We're in warrior one. How did that feel on that right inner hip? Is it at that different angle? Check in with it. See how it feels to expose a different angle of that muscle. Does it feel alright? Maybe not. Maybe you need to ease out of it. Adjust those hips. Adjust those knees. Maybe your left knee is falling in too much. Maybe you need to square that left leg off a little bit more. And then drop into it. Come forward with the hips. Reaching tall and long with the upper body. Breathing deep and exhale. Left hands circle down. Plant in framing that left foot. We're going to lift that left leg off the ground. It goes back. We're in plank pose. Holding here for a breath. Exhale. The hips shoot back and up. We're in downward facing dog. Adjust your stance as needed to find what your body's asking you to do. Breathe deep. Feel the awareness flood you with energy. Allow yourself to be known. What's hurting? What needs your attention? Check in with those places. See what you need to do. We're all different in a different way. Never know what your body's asking you until you check in with it. Alright, right leg's gonna come up off the mat. We're extending long with that right heel up towards the sky, finding that long line from the wrists all the way up to the shoulders, shooting back to the hips, and then through the leg, out, power shot through that right heel towards the sky. Nice long line. Exhale, the right knee comes through. Plants in between the hands, and you can stay with that low lunge or join me in raising up towards the sky, and we're reaching high. Breathing deep, exposing the chest. Remember, we still have that front left hip. Check in with it. How's it feeling? Is it stretching easily? Is it screaming at you? Maybe ease out of it. And then come back to it. Maybe check in with that left knee. Is it pointed towards the mat? Maybe you want to point it towards the mat going down, and then extend that left heel down towards the mat a little bit more, pulling that left inner hip a little longer. Breathe deep, stretching tall, reaching high. Exhale, we're gonna drop those hands down, frame that right foot. We're gonna drop the left heel into a warrior foot on the back side. Right knees going towards that right big toe as we angle those hips slightly. We breathe deep and raise ourselves up, pressing through those heels, pressing through those toes. The hands reach to the sky. We expose the chest. We open up the lungs. We reach up and tall. Remembering the left inner hip. Never forgetting the one you're working on just because you're weak in other areas. It is that focus here. However, there's other places to bring the focus on, but most of the time that central point will be calling for attention. Alright, breathing deep one more time. We're going to plant those hands, framing the right foot. Left heel shoots to the sky. Right foot comes off the mat, and it joins the left foot as we end up in plank pose. We're holding here for a breath. And exhale, we drop that left knee down. We flip that right heel down towards the mat. Right arm comes up towards the sky, and we're inside plank, exposing ourselves to the right side of the mat. Right arm goes tall to the sky, head shoots long. Find that line first with the leg. Make sure that right outer foot's just planted on the mat, and that feels right. It feels good. And then we extend that right arm over our heads, and it's shooting long, making that line a little longer as it pulls it further and further. Maybe join perhaps looking up towards the sky with the chin gazing up. Exhale, the arm sweeps down, right palm plants, right heel comes up towards the sky, left leg goes back. We're inhaling in a plank pose. Shoulder blades go down the back. We're exposing the neck. We're strong. We're pressing into those fingers. We're pressing into those toes. Exhale, the right knee drops down. We're flipping that left heel towards the mat. We're reaching up with the left hand towards the sky. We're inhaling a big up the rib cage towards that armpit. And then if you are steady, nothing's feeling too bad on the wrists, and you got the strength, maybe bring that left arm up and over the head, reaching long with a long line, pressing into the outer left knife edge of that foot. Perhaps gazing up through that arm towards the sky. Exhaling, the left palm comes down, plants, right leg shoots back. We're in plank pose. Inhaling deep here one more time. Exhale, we're lowering slowly. This time we're gonna uphill, come up with an inhale into a full upward facing dog, or stick with the cobra, whatever is necessary. Flexing those butt cheeks to make sure that lower back is protected. Exhale, the knees drop, hips come back. We're in child's pose for a breath. Exhale that all out. Inhale there for a big breath. Exhale, we come up on the heels. You reach up to the sky. And then exhale, palm, come into goalpost arms. The shoulder blades go down the back. We raise our chin to the sky. And we lift up our chest to the heavens. Awesome. Exhale, arms come up to the sky, chin gazes forward. And inhale, the palms come down to the chest into prayer. Exhaling it out. Recalibrating that balance of strength and a peaceful mind. Awesome. Reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, we windmill the arms down or just circle them down in the plant in front of us. They walk forward. We end up in a plank as the toes plant and the knees lift off the mat. We hold here for a breath. Exhale, hips reach back towards the sky. Maybe walk those feet in a little bit closer. Finding your stance, finding your expression of a downward facing dog. Inhaling deep as the hips reach up and back. We exhale, bring those hip creases towards the sky. Inhale, plant those fingertips and reach through the arms. Exhale, we walk the hands back towards the feet. Inhale, we reach up into a flat back, pressing gently into those shins, not pushing the legs back, but just extending long. Exhale, we fold forward over those legs, getting a nice long stretch over those legs. Inhale, we bend the knees, press into those heels. So we reach up to the sky, we extend the arms up and out. Exhale, we're bending back and the arms come into goalpost arms. Shoulder blades go down the back. Breathe here, exposing the chest to the heavens. And exhale, the palms come out in front of you. Arms stretch out right in front of you. Palms facing the front of the mat. Fingertips towards the sky. Inhale here, shoulders out of the neck. Exhale, the palms remain facing in front of you. And we slowly reach the arms outwards to our sides. Fingertips up towards the sky as you can. Inhale long here. Find that strength of the mountain pose. Exhale, palms still face outwards as they slowly come to face that front of the mat. You're still standing tall, head and crown, reaching towards the heavens. Breathe deep, pressing those palms to expose in front of you. Exhaling it out. Inhale, We release that tension of the wrists and we reach up towards the sky. And exhale, we forward fold all the way over those legs gently. Inhale deep into a flat back. Exhale, hands planted, and they're walking out into a plank pose as the feet extend further back. We find our strength, we find our awareness of core. We're pressing into those fingers, we're pressing into those toes. We're holding for our breath. We're exhaling it out slowly as we drop into a chaturanga. Flip those toes out and inhale either into an upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, drop the knees, hips go back to the heels. We're in our child's pose. Gentle. Inhale into that peaceful place. Exhale into ease. Inhale that taste of strength. Exhale into that taste of peace. Pressing into the knees. Walk the hands back. Hips come onto those heels. Find ourselves seated. Fingers intertwined, laying on the lap, or however feels comfortable. Tall spine. Check in with those shoulder blades again. Maybe finding a solid posture where the shoulders are broadened, the chest is opened up, the back feels strong. Allow it to strengthen you. Allow it to help you rise above anything that could keep you down. There's so many voices and so many thoughts that can get a hold of you and bring you down. There's one reason to stand tall, to broaden those shoulders, to be strong. A simple reason is just the fact that you are loved. No matter what tries to pull you back down, be encouraged by the fact that you are loved.